Hey there, Abiding fam, and welcome back. I am excited to be bringing you yet another journal flip through. This time we are going to be flipping through October here in my daily journal. And so I am going to just jump right into it. But if you are new here, then I do encourage you to go and check out my other flip throughs and everything we've been doing here in my journal so far. I have a link up here in the cards where you can go and watch all of the other flip throughs for 2021. In our last flip through, we ended on this entry that I did at the end of September to document some fun fall things. And now we are ready to dive into October. I always really love documenting October because it feels like the appropriate time to just bring in all of the fall colors and ephemera, and that's definitely true in these entries you're about to see. So I love this first entry for October. It documents a day of work, but also some other fun things that went on, and every piece on here kind of represents a piece of the day, which I always love when my ephemera can really tie in to what actually happened. So for example, I did a presentation on this day for work and received a little bit of praise. And I had this piece from my old Flow calendar, that is the Tiny Little Pleasures calendar. I'm not sure if they still make new ones of this, but they do have a Tiny Little Pleasures book that has these same illustrations in it that you could cut apart and use in your journal. So that's what this is from. And I just thought that was perfect because it talks about a small bit of praise. And then I have my little college where I work logo there. I finished reading a book on this day, so I have my latest read with a copy of the book I finished. And then I also have this little pumpkin pile here with Pick a Pumpkin because we went and got pumpkins on this day. And this illustration here is actually one of my printable stickers available on Patreon. It's actually an older printable. This one is from about 2 years ago or 3 years back. So that just goes to show you how many printables are available on Patreon because this one is at least 2 years old. And then I just added this little calendar piece, journaling card that I happen to have for October. I thought that that was a fun way to bring in the start of the month. And then this day over here documents just a really nice, slow Saturday where we went for a walk and found a little snake on our walk, which is always something my husband enjoys because he's very into herpetology. So of course he likes to pick them up and check them out. So we have the little snake photo there and then a photo of us on our walk. And then I also made a rotisserie chicken on this day, and so I was really happy with the way that the roast chicken turned out. And we just had a really cozy night in, so that cozy night in there is from one of my printables as well. And then these again are from the Flow Tiny Little Pleasures illustrations, and I just thought they represented some parts of this day perfectly, especially the staying in bed because we did have a nice slow morning and just kind of woke up when we wanted to, as we should all do sometimes on a Saturday. So loved the way that this one turned out. I should also mention that the washi tape you see on here is from Amazon. It's a grid washi tape pack that I talked about in my Amazon haul video. I'll link that up here in the cards for you, but I'll also have the washi linked down below. This entry is super simple and I really love the way that it looks. All I did was do a little bit of hand lettering at the top to write out the date using a Tombow dual brush pen and a fine tip black pen. And then down here, I just ripped out a piece of a brown paper bag that I happen to have. I always recycle bags to use them in my journaling and put a scripture verse on there. And then this beautiful artwork of a tree is actually one that I just cut out from a greeting card. I just thought this was so stunning and beautiful and really felt kind of like the transition to fall where you start to see some of the warm orange hues coming into the leaves. So I just cut that out from the card and stuck it in here. I love holding on to greeting cards when they have really beautiful images on them or beautiful writing or phrases so that I can cut them apart and use them in my journal, and I highly recommend you do that too. It is an amazing way to get free journaling ephemera. And as you can see on this side, I basically just did a few days together on this one page and created little headers for each day of the week with the day and wrote a little bit about them. And then on this particular day, we went out to eat with some friends, so I have a little photo of going out to eat with them. This entry is really just a celebration of autumn, so obviously brought out a ton of autumn related stickers. These big chipboard stickers on here do add quite a bit of bulk to your journaling, but I just love the way that they look. And a tip to you, if you don't want to add that extra bulk to your journal, is to just basically peel off the back of the chipboard and then glue it down with a glue stick. It can be a way to cut down on that bulk, but I personally don't mind it and just put them in as they are. And then down here, I just used some pieces from this gorgeous fall washi tape that I have. This one I got from wish.com. I don't know if they still sell it, but if you just type in giant washi over on Wish, you probably will be able to find it if it is still available. So beautiful, and I love washi like this because you can really just cut out the individual pieces and use them like stickers. And then this entry over here documents our annual Apple Fest that we do every year with some friends, where we go and pick apples and make apple cider. And as you can see, I made a fun little flip book to highlight more photos on this entry and did my journaling underneath. And if you want to see how this entry and this one came together and the entire process, I have a journal with me for this entry, and you can check that out over here on this playlist, where you can watch all of my journal with me's that I've created this year. This entry is one of my favorites. I just love the layout. I love how it came together. The colors, everything just worked really well. And as you can see, I basically did again the same style where I do multiple days on 2 spreads. So each little box is journaling for one day of the week. And then the decorations around it are really just fall decorations. They're not specific necessarily to the day itself, other than this one over here where I do document some hot apple cider drinking. But otherwise, they're just fun fall themed stickers and illustrations. These ones that you see here are from the Botanist Sticker Anthology, and I highly recommend this sticker book. So many gorgeous, gorgeous stickers. Definitely look for this one when it's on sale, but even the regular price is not bad for all that you get. And this is one that I also featured in that Amazon haul. On this page, I did the entire weekend together, having Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on one page. And what I decided to do for this entry was, instead of do more long form journaling, actually just write out a few bullet points of things that I was grateful for on each of these days. And as you can see, my ephemera is all about having a grateful heart, being thankful in terms of the stickers and everything. And the main reason that I did that is because I finished reading the book 1000 Gifts by Anne Voskamp. Cannot recommend this book enough. It really, really kind of changed my perspective on how we can choose joy and how we see all of the little moments every day. Something I definitely like to do in my journaling, but it helped me to bring that into just my daily walk and how everything I look at can be a moment to thank God. So definitely recommend that book. And then, like I said, I just really embraced that idea and made that the basis of how I documented this weekend. And then this day really could not be more simple. I just used my number stencil and then these little label stickers to write out the day of the week. Did a little bit of doodling. These are strips of washi tape, and voila, you have a finished entry documenting 4 days in one. And then this entry here documents the 22nd and the 23rd of October, and I basically documented them on these little post-its that I just thought was a really cute touch, and then have them taped down using this gorgeous watercolor washi tape. I love this washi so much. And then just really had fun decorating the page with some beautiful paper ephemera, some washi tape. This is actually washi tape. It's a stamp washi, and it really does pull off to look like a stamp. And then that is the same thing down here as well. So there's all different ones on that animal themed washi. And then these are washi stickers saying, "Are we there yet? Find joy in the journey," because on the 23rd, we left for the Outer Banks for our annual trip there. And I just love the warm yet airy feel of this entry. It just came together so nicely. And everything on here, except for the pen, which is just a Tombow dual brush pen, and the stencil that I used here, everything else is from Stationery Pal. I did a stationery haul recently from Stationery Pal. I will link that up here in the cards, and got so many incredible journaling supplies that I've been having the absolute best time playing with in my journal. And as you can see, they are working so nicely for me. So yes, highly recommend you check out Stationery Pal and that haul video to see all of these items in a little bit more detail. And then over here, I also used these pieces from my Stationery Pal haul as well. So those little paint chip looking post-it notes are from Stationery Pal, as well as those awesome washi date stickers. I love these so much. They come in a pack like this, and they literally are every single day of the year. 365 stickers, so you could just use these for an entire year of journaling if you wanted to. I plan on just using them as I want to and as they work for the entry, but these were only $1. Like, all of these stickers for only $1. And then these 4 strips of washi tape are all from a collection of washi that I got from Stationery Pal as well. I've really been loving using this washi. You see it quite a lot in some of my newer entries. And then these stickers you see around here, I did want to highlight, are from this Sophisticated Florals sticker book from the Happy Planner, Me and My Big Ideas, and I've really been loving this set. I'm just really drawn to this more classy style and more muted color palette. I just think these are gorgeous. So yeah, just wanted to highlight this as a newer sticker book that I got and have really been enjoying. And then my thing in October apparently was creating little flip-up books for documenting a bunch of photos at once. So I did that again here, just made a bunch of photo collages on my Pic Collage app, and then printed them out using my Canon Selfie. If you want to learn more about that, you can check out my video on how I print tiny photos for my journaling in this playlist up here. But yeah, I just basically printed those out and created a little flip book using some washi tape, and also taped in a little post-it note to do some journaling in between the two as well. And then these 2 entries might be my favorite from October. I just love the colors, I love all of the little items on here, and I love the memories because they represent basically our trip as an overview. I really wanted to not document every individual day of our time in the Outer Banks, but just to highlight some of my favorite things that we did during that time. And so that's what I did for this entry. I just created a list of bullet points highlighting some of my favorite things during our time away, like reading in the Captain's Watch with Jeannie, which I'm doing in this photo here. Jeannie's on the other chair and I'm sitting over here reading The Forest of Vanishing Stars, which I really enjoyed that book. This is a photo of the house where we stay. It is not ours. It is owned by a family member who is kind enough to let us stay there once a year in their off season. We had a charcuterie night the one day for dinner where we all basically brought items for charcuterie and just had a really delicious dinner. So I have that documented in that photo. And I'm just highlighting all of those things in a bulleted list that I titled Favorite Things, using my new favorite journaling item, which are these alphabet uppercase stamps. They're basically just each individual letter on this cute little wooden block, which makes it really easy to just write out what you want to say. And I like that you're not putting them onto a stamping block to make them perfectly straight, but rather it's a very organic look because you're just stamping each letter individually and trying to line it up nicely. I've just been having a ton of fun playing with these. They're very easy to clean. I love the vintage look to them, and they've just been a great addition to my journaling supplies. And I bet you can guess where I got these. That's right, I got them from Stationery Pal as well, so I'll have them linked in the description box for you guys too. And then while we're talking about Stationery Pal, this washi tape is from Stationery Pal as well. Just highlighting a bunch of cozy little illustrations, and then these little paper pieces are from Stationery Pal as well. But I wanted to also highlight that two things on here are from my own two hands. These illustrations are ones that I'm very, very proud of. These two illustrations are from my latest printable sticker set available on Patreon, and this theme was pumpkin spice season. And every month my patrons get to pick the theme that their printables are going to be, and then also get to pick the color palette. And so from their suggestions, I created this gorgeous spiced apple cider sticker. I am so happy with the way that that one turned out. And then also this pumpkin spice and everything nice sticker. And this one, I believe, is on the mini printable, so it's available for only $2. And then this one is on the $6 tier, where you get the full-sized printable and the mini printable. So whatever your price range for offering support and wanting to get access to these items for your journaling, you can pick either one. It'll just change slightly what you have access to. And if you join the $6 tier, you also get access to a ton of exclusive videos that I have over there as well. Lots of very chatty journal with me's, and there's just a ton of content. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I've been doing Patreon for, I think, at least 3 years now. So there's, 36 months worth of content over there. And that's just the archived content. I'm also creating new content every single month in partnership with my patrons. And for November, I'm just about finishing up the printables for this month. And the printable theme that they selected this month is called Holiday. I'm pausing because I need the pronunciation from my little friend here on the phone. Hygge. Holiday Hygge. So that word that you see all the time that is spelled like Hig, and that's how we Americans, English speakers probably say it, is actually pronounced Hygge. So Holiday Hygge, which Hygge is basically just all things cozy and sentimental, things that make you think of holidays and just being with family and gathered together. That's going to be the theme, so I'm very excited to finish those illustrations and share them with my patrons. And then when we start again in December, we'll be picking another theme, another color palette, so you can join us then to get in on the fun as well. But these ones are already there and available for you to join and download and print and cut out and play in your journal right away. So thank you if you're interested in supporting my channel in that way. It is a huge blessing to me and to my family. So thank you to all of my patrons, current and new, and maybe someday in the future. And then the last thing I'll mention about this page is that I did have fun just playing with some scrapbook paper in the background to basically be a foundation for the little clusters of ephemera that I was using. I thought that that was a really beautiful touch and gives this a very nice scrapbook vibe. And then here we are on the last and final day of October, obviously the 31st. And this entry is quite simple. I just used a photo collage of just 2 photos that I printed out from a nice little walk that we went on, really highlighting the fact that the leaves are starting to change. And so I have this beautiful piece that was from one of the little ephemera packs that I got from Stationery Pal too. This also was from Stationery Pal, these little craft post-its. And then these illustrations here are just a few of the other ones that are available on the Pumpkin Spice Season collection printable sets. So you can check that out and get those over on Patreon. Love the cute little apple. And otherwise, I just did a little bit of hand lettering to document the fact that it was October, and then used my stencil to do the 31st. And here you're getting a little sneak peek at what I have in store for you in November, but we will get into that in our next flip through. So make sure that you are subscribed and have your notification bell on so that you get notified when that video comes out, as well as all of my future content. But that is all I have for you for October. I hope that you enjoyed this flip through and gained some inspiration for your own journaling, maybe got inspired to go and get yourself a little Christmas gift over on Stationery Pal, because I know I did play with a lot of their products in October. I just was having so much fun with my new supplies, and I hope most of all that this gets you inspired to get into your journal. But if you need just a little bit more inspiration, if you want to see how some other people in the Abiding fam are documenting their memories, then I always like to take this opportunity at the end of our flip throughs to share some of your entries from that month that you've been sharing over on Instagram using the hashtag MyAbidingJournal2021. You all inspire me so much, and so I encourage you to keep posting all of your journaling, and I hope that you will be inspired to join us in 2022 when we change out the year on the hashtag and start the journaling fun all over again. But for now, let's take a look at your entries from October. All so much for sharing those entries with us, and please continue to use the hashtag MyAbidingJournal and MyAbidingJournal2021 to share even more of your creations with us. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a big thumbs up, and please do leave a comment down below letting me know what your favorite entry was from this month's flip through, if there was a favorite supply that you saw that I used, or a favorite technique or idea that you got from this, or feel free to share some of your own journaling tips and ideas, some of your favorite things about documenting the fall. Basically, let's just have a conversation down in the comments. And with that, friends, I will look forward to seeing you all in my next video. Until then, keep exploring your abiding creativity and document a life abiding in faith, hope, and love.